Good morning guys, how's it going? I'm currently at Gatwick airport and this time I'll be flying to Sofia in Bulgaria. Exactly 1 month ago I flew for the first time since the beginning of the pandemic, and I did a video where I showed you what flying was like after the whole coronavirus happened, and that video was very popular. A lot of people watched it, many people commented that it was very useful, so I've decided to document my airport journey again today. This is like a 1 month update. This time I'm also flying very early in the morning, so the airport is very quiet. There are not many people around. One of the big differences this time is I'm actually checking in a big luggage, so stay tuned for that. And yeah. I arrived at the South Terminal, which is still closed, so all the flights flying in and out of Gatwick are still going through the North Terminal. Therefore, I had to get from the South Terminal to the North Terminal using the shuttle, which only takes a couple of minutes.
Terminal. We would like to remind you to wear a face covering, maintain social distancing, and respect others around you.
Wearing a face mask is still mandatory everywhere. After I got to the North Terminal, I headed to the check-in desks because I had a big luggage, and that was the point when I realized how busy the airport actually was. There were so many people, the lines were huge, and even though everybody was wearing a face mask, I felt like not everybody was respecting the social distancing rules. I think they were using only self-service desks, but that was fine. They weren't hard to use and there were members of staff around ready to help if needed. However, I did have to wait 15-20 minutes, I'm not sure. So if you're checking in a big luggage, make sure you arrive early enough at the airport because it was as busy as pre-corona times. Going through security was as usual, just bear in mind that airports are getting busy again, so you might have to wait in a line for a while. So in case you haven't realized this yet, the airport was actually quite busy. This was probably partially because only one terminal was open, but I think also people are starting to fly again, which is good. When I was flying a month ago, all the flights for the day could fit in just one screen, whereas now two screens would show only the next 2 or 3 hours, so there was so much more traffic than in July. In my last video, a lot of people asked about restaurants and places to eat. Unlike last time, Wetherspoons and Starbucks were open, but both had huge lines in front of them, so it might take a while before you can actually order something. The other two open places that I saw were Pret and Pure. Most of the places in the food court were still closed. In terms of shops, there were quite a few that were open. The main ones that I saw were Boots, WH Smith, Mark & Spencer. Also shops like Fat Face and JD were open. Of course, the duty-free shop was also open. This is a list of all the restaurants that are currently open and also all the shops. But make sure you check the Gatwick Airport website because I think they update the opening times of all their shops and restaurants regularly, so you'll probably find the most recent information there. Once they announced the gate for my flight, I started walking towards it. Again, a lot of people everywhere, but fortunately people were wearing their face masks. EasyJet are still doing boarding in groups based on the seat number, so you are going to get called with the people who are sitting around you. This makes everything so much more organized, but it also means that you're probably going to be in close proximity only to the people who are sitting around you, so you're not actually getting close to everybody on the plane, so that was good. The crew told us that the airplane is treated with some kind of long-term disinfectant, so they asked us not to use any kind of wet wipes or hand sanitizer to wipe any surfaces. So make sure you're listening to any kind of announcements they're making because they might tell you something other than the usual stuff. Once we were all boarded, we were ready to take off. We are on the ground. So once we landed, we were getting off the plane by rows, so front to back. At the airport in Sofia, they weren't letting many people in the shuttle buses at the same time, which was very nice. The passport control was fine. I got my luggage really quickly, so there were absolutely no issues there. So yeah, overall the experience was very pleasant. If you're flying soon, I hope you have a really nice flight as well and a really nice experience at the airport. Make sure you fill in your passenger locator form when you go back to the UK because they do ask for this document to be filled in at the passport control. Anyway, this is the end of this video. I really hope you found it useful. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Safe travels and I'll see you next time.